Well, thank you for watching. There is the hailstorm over there. What you can see those white, that is a hail shaft that is over there. There is a dime to quarter size hail coming from over there. There was strong winds and hail in Brooklyn, the Upper West Side. I tried to race the storm, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. I had to rely on public transport, and I didn't have enough money to use an Uber, so I couldn't catch the storm. I basically gave up on the chase. I went to Long Island earlier, and basically that is what basically screwed me over. Was I went east because I was trying to catch the core of the storm, but the cluster basically of thunderstorms shifted its energy further west. And I realized it about 30 to 40 minutes before the storm hit. But the thing was, I didn't have a car, so I couldn't have just zipped and placed my head in the path of it because I didn't have a car. So I had to rely on very slow public transport. And you could see the hail shaft that is over there. Yet the most intense part of the storm is actually more over there. That's the edge of that's actually most likely heavy rain, but the hail shaft is embedded in there. I saw some dark purples in there, some lavenders and pinks. So there's likely going to be some large hail from that storm. There's probably going to be reports of some quarter-size hail, maybe even larger. In fact, this same cluster of storm produced tennis ball-sized hail in Ulster County, 1.75-inch hail. And there's another weaker cluster of thunderstorms just to my northwest in northern west and around Westchester and the Bronx right now. A non-severe storm, that is, but it's still nevertheless pretty impressive from how it looks. That is looking west, northeast. That is looking almost due north. Most of the storms that came into my area came in from this direction here, from the northwest. This is looking east. This is northeast, and that's, I would say, due north right over there. I'm going to check the radar. I don't see anything impressive. Basically, I missed the only storm I would have had today. I mean, there's still a couple hours until sunset, but still, it's pretty much too late for me to see anything impressive. I mean, there's another chance tomorrow. This upper level feature will be swirling over the same area for a couple days. So there's another chance I might see some hail tomorrow. But because the upper level low is going to be so close, like storms that might be coming north and in Ulster County might be shifting to the west when they get here. So I have to plan accordingly. I have to basically triangulate the path of those storms and be very careful with how I plan a chase tomorrow. Because the chase today did not end so well for me, and I ended up busting really badly. Kind of like how the Storm Prediction Center busted on the forecast for the Northeast. Because they only put out a general thunderstorm risk, whereas there was actually a pretty significant threat. I even mentioned it that there was going to be a significant hail threat today, which did verify. I was right about the hail. There's a beautiful rainbow just to my southeast, and look at this tower. Dang, just look at this. Look at this amazing structure. That is towards the core of the storm. I mean, look at it. It's just amazing. It is still hailing from the storm. I just checked the radar before I started the live stream. It was still producing hail. It's still hailing from the storm, but it's not as strong now. This is this part of the same cluster, mind you, that produced tennis ball sized hail just about a couple hours ago. This is the same cluster of storms that basically dumped huge hailstones on Ulster County earlier, just a few hours ago. And I just got missed. Like, I got basically the edge of it. It's not coming. Yes, there was tennis ball sized hail today in Ulster County. Yeah, tennis ball sized hail did fall. I mean, look at the structure. I mean, look at it. And look at the rainbow over there. Just It's really beautiful. So there is another chance of more severe weather tomorrow in the Northeast. I don't know if it's going to be as widespread because the upper level low will probably be right over us. So it'll be more cloudy and just damp and cooler. Today we had a high of 86. I knew that there was going to be severe weather. I mean, look at that right there. I mean, look at that look at that right there. I mean, look. That is... This wasn't a supercell. People are saying that it's a supercell simply because it produced large hail. There was no rotation with the storm. There was no funnel clouds, no couplets. This is just a hailer. It was simply because the air was very cold aloft. This storm produced some large hail. And you can see there's a double rainbow over there. Oh shoot, I just heard a big boom. I don't know, it sounded like something popping. It wasn't thunder because the storm is... Nope, that's thunder. Just heard that rumble. It's still thunder further south. I'm going to check the radar right now. Not bowling ball sized, tennis ball sized. No, bowling ball size, I think there's one report of bowling ball size hail in like Earth's history. And that happened in, I believe, not South Dakota, but actually it happened in the 1980s in Nepal or India, I believe. The air is still convective. There's still convection, so there is still thunder, there's still cumulus towers. But this cell sapped most of the instability out of the atmosphere. Even though I got grazed by it, the air is still very stable here. It's now not in the 80s here, but in the mid 70s. Of course, in Brooklyn, it's probably in the mid to upper 60s because they got the downburst, they got hail, they got the strong winds. They got basically nailed about just 5 to 10 miles to my west. And it was raining pretty hard when I got out. As you can see, the ground's pretty wet, but there wasn't any hail. Neither there was yesterday. Even though I was in one of the more impressive echoes on radar yesterday, I still didn't get any hail. Today, the air is much colder aloft. And that's why there is so much hail today. That is why the the Storm Prediction Center should have put out a marginal for the Northeast. But actually, today was more like a slight, to be honest with you. Not even a marginal, but a slight. They should have definitely put out a slight risk for today. But they didn't even put out a marginal. And that's where they went wrong. Yeah, today was definitely a slight risk for severe weather. Especially in like southern New England. They should have put out a slight risk for like central Connecticut, eastern New York, parts along eastern Long Island. I mean, there was severe weather today in New York City. I mean, I didn't expect it to get this far west. I thought more of the hail would be further east. I'm going to check the radar for one moment. I'm going to see if the storm has fallen apart. But it doesn't look like it. It still looks very impressive. You can see the anvil right here. I just checked the radar, and there's actually a new hail core that just formed on the western edge of the storm in New York Harbor. It formed in New York Bay, basically, in the harbor, and it's very impressive looking on radar. I mean, it's not affecting anyone since over the water, but it's probably going to graze the Belmar, probably, or might just stay out to sea. But look at this, guys. I mean, just look at this entire cell right here. That's where the core is. It's southwest of my location right now. I mean, I saw on radar there's some more developing storms to my northwest, but it's almost sundown. There's only an hour left until sunset now. So the storm's going to fall apart before they get here. So, of course, I basically saw my only storm for today. And the funny thing is, Brooklyn already had a shower earlier today. Queens didn't. So Queens got gypped today really badly. We got hardly anything. All we got today was some light rain and thunder. No winds. But we are getting some really amazing... are getting some really amazing shots. Like, I mean, look at it. I mean, you could actually see the purple. Like, I mean, you can see the purple very clearly in the rainbow. Like, I'm seeing all the way from reds to the purple and the ultraviolets. I'm seeing a violet actually right there, indigo color, right about there. So yeah. As you can see, the storm is still developing. There is still instability, enough so that there's hailers developing. I believe some of the storms that's coming our way might get severe, but they're gonna fall apart before they make it here. So basically, as they're gonna be coming our way, they might get severe, warned, but they will fall apart before they make it to the city. So I lucked out today. And I think today was actually my best chance of seeing severe weather. But because I went to Long Island, I kind of like screwed myself over, basically. I should have went to Brooklyn because, I mean, my instincts didn't tell me to go to Brooklyn. My instincts told me to go to Long Island. Well, I wasn't following my instincts. I was following what the radar was showing. And the radar was showing that the core of the storm was heading towards, well, Long Island. And of course, what happened was the western edge of the storm, the eastern edge of the storm fell apart, the part that was heading my way. And so I quickly went back around, got a bus heading back west, but it was a local one. And so it took its sweet ass time. I mean, beautiful rainbow, by the way, over there. So there's that's actually the one that's producing the large hail. That is the hail core right there. That's the cell that's producing the large hail over New York Bay. All right, I'm going to end the live stream. I think I've said enough. I basically completely missed out. I mean, a beautiful structure, though. Like, really, really beautiful structure. So thanks for watching. Bye.